All right, everybody. Welcome to Starting Too Late's almost 13 years of trophy history. I saw a couple of YouTubers doing this, and I figured I would do it as well, just to show off what my trophies look like, what I've been playing, what kind of gamer I am. Um, First trophy I ever got, July 2009, I believe it was. Let me just click on that. It was Ragdoll Kung Fu Fists of Plastic, which is actually now on PlayStation Premium under the PS3 streaming games. Um, but yeah, it looks like the earliest one I got was actually the 21st of May, 2009 at 7:39 p.m. Mover and Shaker. Yeah, maybe I'll go back try to get the others, but yeah, I remember the gold were. I'm I'm not good at it, so I don't know if I will do that. Let me go ahead and hide that. But yeah, Ragdoll Kung Fu Fists of Plastic. That theme song still pops in my head. That was the first trophy. Um, and the first game I ever got some trophies in. The next game I got is Infamous. This is actually one of my favorite games of all time, if not my favorite game. I'm still waiting on that remaster, Sony. It's nice that you can play them on streaming, but I would really like to download them just to have that. This is my first platinum I've ever gotten and started my love of platinums. Um, as you could see here, I did this pretty quick. In like 2 months, so not the quickest. Also, I'm using PSN profiles, obviously. Um, and then my main account is Doughboy, Doughboy211 with two zeros. I made it back in like 2007 or six. So I was younger then, so don't blame me for adding zeros. I thought they were cool. But yeah, first platinum, Infamous. It's a fun platinum. It requires you to play through the game at least twice, one on hero and one on villain. It's I don't recommend playing like going by what do you think. I would say just pick hero or villain, and then it makes it pretty obvious with the options. Collecting the blast shard sucked. I actually had an issue where I couldn't find the last blast shard, and I checked everywhere, and I ended up just starting the game over, anyways, just to get that last blast shard. I prefer playing as a hero, but love Infamous. And then one of the few multiplayer games I've ever play really. I was a big fan of Battlefield 1943. Got all 12 trophies there. Played a lot of that, honestly. Probably over 100 hours back on PS3. Really enjoyed that game. I don't know why. But then this is where it starts. I actually tried to get trophies. Like I started to collect them, or I became a completionist, or my addiction got out of control. Uh, but I literally bought Cell Factor Psychokinetic Wars for trophies. Um, it's not a popular game, and not a lot of people have 100%ed it. There's one that score 1,000,000 points, and for that, the online was dead when I bought it. I don't even know if it was ever really that active. And I just went around and I played capture the flag using two controllers. I went back and forth, just scoring on myself. No platinum for this one, but 100% is still respectable. Um, then Assassin's Creed 2. I did play Assassin's Creed 1, but at the time there were no trophies for it. So what can you do? Got the platinum in this though. Pretty easy. Really like those games. And then Frogger Returns again, no platinum, but 100% detuned. A weird game. Detuned, Linger in the Shadows, both weird. They're like movie kind of things. Detuned 23 minutes and 12 seconds. Like you don't. It's not a lot to do. It's only 10 trophies and again no platinum, but whatever. And Linger in the Shadows is kind of like that, but I think I bought it in the morning or at night and then played it the next morning or something like that. Let's see here. Yeah, 3rd of February. I played it at night and then played it the next day. Um, so yeah, fun game. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I didn't really care that I wasn't gonna get the platinum in it. Looking back now, I wish I did. But a lot of them were multiplayer trophies I didn't get. I basically just did the story. I used to play the Call of Duties for the stories. I don't really play them anymore. Um, but yeah, I didn't even bother to try to clean this up or anything. So that's on me. But yeah, I'm no good at them anyways. And then God of War 2, the PS3 copy, and God of War 3. I got the Platinum in 3, but the God of War 2, I was unable to do the Challenge of the Titans. I just, no matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't get past. Oh, there was one I couldn't get past, and then when I looked it up, I was like, there's no way I'm going to get past those if I can't get past this. I'm sure if I sat down and actually concentrated, I may be able to do that, but I'm not putting my heart into that. But God of War 3 I ended up getting. Um, got a lot of trophies in that, and the platinum was pretty easy. And then I think there was a glitch at the time for beating the game on like Titan difficulty. I might have used. And then Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. Got the platinum in that. Didn't get all the trophies, but a 90% I think is still respectable. When I go for trophies, I try to get my percentage to a certain point. My goal is 85%. And it's kind of always been that. I just kind of assumed before I even knew about PSN profiles. But um, yeah, I know a lot of people go for like platinums and try to get their trophy level as high as possible, but I try to get my completion percentage up. So it kind of limits what I play because if I know like I'm not going to play this for a platinum, I actually have a second account, and it's PSN starting too late, just so I can play games without getting trophies in them, which sounds kind of crazy, but at the same time, like I don't know. It's just what I like to do. But Uncharted 2, I love the Uncharted franchise. I should just say the games. Really, I love the games. I've never played Golden Abyss, but Uncharted 2, I love it. Platinum that. I think I've platinumed every Uncharted game except Golden Abyss. And 1. I hate 1. I think 1's a bad game. And if it were up to me, I would have said after 1, like, make a new franchise. Like, thankfully, I'm not in charge of Sony, and I wasn't at the time because I was absolutely wrong on that. Uncharted is now one of my favorite franchises in video games. Um, After that, Heavy Rain, loved Heavy Rain. I think it's an experience. I also think the girlfriend reviews video that came out like a few weeks ago was absolutely correct about it. So still liked it at the time. Going back probably would be a little bit different. But yeah. Batman Arkham Asylum is next. Got another trophy or a platinum in that. Took me a year and 2 days. Got most of the trophies going through the game. When it first came out in August, I think, of 2009. Um, and then I just one day was like, I'm gonna go back to it and start getting the platinum. So 2010 was actually my year. I graduated high school, and then I actually took like a year off. Didn't really do anything. So August was when I was free. I was free from basically until August of 2011 when I started working. So you probably gonna see a lot of trophies from 2010 and beginning of 2011. After that, Critter Crunch. I don't know about you if you've ever heard of this game. It is a mobile game, and you play as this fat little creature, this fat little critter, adorable, and then you try to eat bugs and like match things, and then every so often you go over to the side and throw up in your son's mouth. It's it's a weird game. I wonder if what is the trophy's called? Let's see here. If I'm missing it, yeah, I forget what it's called. I think to unlock combos, you had to like throw up in its mouth. It's very strange. It's a fun game. I really enjoyed it. It was a challenge, but yeah, I liked it. Flower, I love Flower. Flower is one of those games where I go back to all the time, and I love it. I actually unlocked this on my birthday. Um, and yeah, Flower is just it's one of my favorites. I really like Flower. It's just a relaxing game. I know it's not for everybody, um, but you're just sitting there and play a flower. Like you play the wind, a flower petal in the wind. Like I love it. The Godfather 2. I think this is still underrated. I think The Godfather 2 is one of the best like mafia games. It's got a bit of jank. Um, but it's a lot of fun because you could do these. You control crime rings. You just have a lot of fun. There's executions. There's rival families. You could rob a bank. There's just so much here. It almost rivaled GTA. I mean, if it was a better made game, maybe. But yeah, I loved Godfather Part Two. I think it was a lot of fun, and I do not regret that at all. Call of Duty Classic. This is one of my proudest platinums because you had to complete it on Veteran. And since it's a remake of Call of Duty 1 or a remaster of Call of Duty 1, a lot of the enemies just spawn in behind you. And it was annoying and it bothered me, but I still had a lot of fun with it. And I'm very happy I got the platinum in that. Next is Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Did not get the platinum in this because of the multiplayer trophies. I did a little bit of multiplayer, but I just wasn't into it. Like, if you watch the podcast, we have Genesis. He was really big into the Assassin's Creed multiplayers. Not so much anymore. Don't bring up Assassin's Creed to him. If you watch the podcast, you'll understand we have a podcast called Crafting a Chat. Tuesdays at 10:30, we record it live on Twitch and YouTube. Crafting a Chat on Twitch and here starting too late on YouTube. So tune into that. Just four friends talking about stuff. We have opinions on stuff. We're on the internet. Why not? You know, like we don't think we're the smartest people in the world, but we know we're not the dumbest. So we just have fun talking about stuff. We say stupid things all the time, so please yell at us. Um, but yeah, fun. Stacking is next. Stacking is a small game. Double Fine Productions, Tim Schafer's team. I love stacking. I always hope for a stacking 2. If you follow me on Twitter, I've tweeted about it a few times. Stacking is a fun game. I like the DLC. I played the hell out of this game. I really like stacking, and I think stacking is another one. Stacking and Godfather 2 are like two of the most underrated games I played back on PS3. Um, I know stacking's everywhere, and so is Godfather 2, but that's where I played them. But stacking 2, where are you? I'm waiting for you. I know that Tim Schafer and Double Fine were purchased by Xbox. They just put out Psychonauts 2. Um, but please, if you're listening to this, please make a stacking 2. I want it. I think everybody wants it. The next is Little Big Planet. Again, no platinum in this one. Only got it up to 78%, which, not great, but I'm okay with it. A lot of this is complete a level online with 3 other players who are on your friends list. I could probably do that now because I know 3 people who play the game. Um, and then I just didn't play the multiplayer all that often. Um, and then I never played really a 4-player game. And if I would, I probably wouldn't have won. 100% possible, but I needed somebody, and then I was never going to get this one. A level you probably were hearted by 50 or more people, and you were hearted by 30 or more people. I was trying to do the like for likes. I try to make levels. I'm just no good at it. In Dreams now, I'm more of a player than a creator of Dreams. I just don't have that kind of skill. And then I did play the DLCs. Um, not too much of them, but I just remember getting so excited for the Pirates DLC because water came, and when water was added to Little Big Planet 1, oh, that was so exciting. It kind of sucked that you couldn't make an underwater cave, um, like without it being like actually underwater. Like the entrance could be underwater, but then if you raise the water level, it would just fill the whole cave, even if you didn't want it to. So I kind of wish that it had water like that, but it never did. But it was still fun. I'm glad they added it. Still big Media Molecule fan. I bought Dreams day one. Um, Love Little Big Planet 1 and 2. I think three's good. I didn't play. I know that's not Media Molecule, but I didn't play like the PSP or Vita games because I just didn't have one. I have a PlayStation TV, but the last time I tried to hook it up, it refused to connect to anything. So I don't. Maybe one day I'll be able to go back and play those, but I don't know. The next is God of War. I believe this is um, the original one again, and I was able to do the Challenge of the Gods, which is interesting because I wasn't able to do uh, the God of War 2 ones, which sucks. So 2 is the only one that's really gotten me. Where was I? Oh, here we go. But yeah, and then Burnout Paradise. I did get to platinum in this, but 62%. There are so many DLC trophies for this. I just did not. I played some of them, but I didn't get everything. I don't. I didn't play any of this. I don't think. Yeah, I didn't play any of this, and I basically got my platinum, and I checked out. Like I did DLC pack 8. Like why? What? I don't. There's no rhyme or reason to how I played any of these. But yeah, loved it. Still a lot of fun. Still a fun racing game. I'd go back. It's been remastered, but I'm not gonna go back to that. I don't want a new trophy list. I've played bad enough. Infamous 2. Again, one of my favorite games of all time. I love the Infamous series. I love Cole in particular. Um, I just love it so much. Really, come on, remaster them. Platinum, easy, done. Loved it. Festival of Blood's up here, and I played the hell out of this as well. Loved it as much, even though it's weird. You're a vampire. Still loved it. Still loved it. But God of War Chains of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta also got the platinum in those. That was nice that they came to PS3. I actually really enjoyed these. I think these two actually have some of the best story of the of Kratos' journey. Honestly, a lot of hard moments. I forget which one it is. It's one of these where you have to. There's a moment where your daughter is hugging you, Calliope, I believe her name is, but she's hugging you, and you have to like tap X to get her off of you, or tap circle or something. And it is like, oh man, that I don't want to do that. But yeah, I love the God of War series. I still have Pandora's Box, the collector's edition, and then the God of War with Kratos and Atreus. That statue sitting right on top of that. So big fan. Um, Mafia 2, really liked Mafia 2. Never played the DLC. Um, with oh, I guess I did. I don't even remember I played the DLC. Oh, I didn't play the second DLC. I didn't play Joe's Adventure. Barely remembers Jimmy's Vendetta. Barely remember that. But yeah, I love the main game of Mafia 2. On the new PlayStation Plus Premium, I've downloaded Mafia 2 Definitive Edition. I still don't know if I'm actually going to go back to it because I don't know if I want to play through that because I played Mafia 1 Definitive Edition and it's good, but them controls aren't great. Yeah. Heavy Weapon. I used to play this a lot when I had a 360. I still have it, but it doesn't have a hard drive. I sold it to a friend. It's just literally the box. Um, I was never good at this. I'm not. I'm not. This is not my type of game. I just thought like I can get some trophies, but then I was like, I'm not doing any of this. Boss Blitz mode, I can't even get past like the first boss. Like I'm unskilled in some games. Um, L.A. Noire. What can I say about L.A. Noire? It was the facial animation game where everybody's face was over exaggerated by a lot. It was fun. I'm glad I played it. I played it with a guide. It had a fun story. The one dude in it is from Mad Men. Fun fact: the dude who plays Cole in Infamous 2 and Festival of Blood is Eric Layden. He also had a part in Mad Men. So that was cool. And then Assassin's Creed Revelations. I love Revelations. Um, the connection between Ezio and Altair that game builds and shows like what the end of Altair's life was like. I thought it was so nice. I was big into the lore of Assassin's Creed. I actually still play them. They kind of lost me for a bit there, but I'm back in kind of. But yeah, Altair. I still think they should remake the first game, like a ground up remake of the first game with the controls of the newer games. I really think they could have something special there, especially if they go back to like the origins of Assassin's Creed, which they don't have to, but it'd be fun. It would be nice to get the two Assassin's Creed players back together again, because there's one that hates the new ones and the others love them, and there's ones that hates the old ones, loves the new ones. Like it's it's all over the place. It is, you can't please everybody, but yeah, I've maintained my Assassin's Creed love. Not as strong as it once was, but still love them. Just Cause 2, can't even tell you how many hours I put into this game. This 2 months, 4 weeks, I probably played it for that 2 months and 4 weeks. Uh, I played the hell out of it. I think it's a lot of fun. Still my favorite Just Cause game. Just a lot of fun in general. Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes. The Lego games and Batman. I'm a huge Batman fan. Always have been. Always will be. Um, I'm not going to get into the whole how DC handles their movies and stuff. That's another thing where fans of either side can go either way. I basically like all the DC stuff. I like Man of Steel. I like Zack Snyder. I like the James Gunn stuff. I think Peacemaker's a great show. Birds of Prey, I wasn't a huge fan of, but I still like Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. I still think parts of that movie is great, but it just, I mean, it was funny at parts, but it just, I approach everything like more positive than everybody else. Um, but yeah, why can't we all just get along, you know? Um, then X-Men Origins Wolverine. There's a movie I hate, but a game I love. Just slashing. I cannot wait for Insomniac's Wolverine. I think it's going to be so much fun. I just hope they get the voice actor right. I don't think it'll be Hugh Jackman. It could be Steve Blum, who's voiced Wolverine quite a bit. Um, I'm down for it. I want to play that because this was fun. The health was cool. Like you're getting shot up and exploded, and your like body starts to like deteriorate away, and then he starts to heal. Ah, so much fun! I can't wait to see that in like on the current gen systems. Then Batman Arkham City. Love Batman Arkham City. Love Batman Arkham Asylum. Arkham City was just more Asylum. I still would have liked to see more Two Face in it. Um, I think Troy Baker did a good job as Two Face. Two Face is probably my favorite Batman villain, um, which usually isn't high on a lot of people's lists. But I think he's cool. I think he's just the duality of that. I think is cool because sometimes he's a good guy, sometimes he's a bad guy, sometimes a little bit of both. But yeah, love that. Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception. I love Uncharted. Uncharted 3, I think I fall into the camp that it's not my favorite Uncharted. I still think it's fantastic. Um, to say it's a bad Uncharted game, it's not the first one. That's all that matters. I did play a lot of the multiplayer. I just never played any of this and got any of these trophies, which is shocking because of how much multiplayer I played. Um, I used to play it with a friend of mine all the time. We loved it. Assassin's Creed 3. God of War Ascension. Again, these three, Ascension, Assassin's Creed 3, and Uncharted 3, they fall into that thing where it's like, hey, they're good, but they're probably the weakest of the series, but they still also do something pretty crazy. Uncharted 3 uh, has like the moments that are still really cool in an Uncharted game. It's got a cool story. I didn't like the Sully fake out, but it's still got a lot that's cool and it looks beautiful, especially at the time. God of War Ascension, good stuff in there. I think it's a pretty cool Kratos story. A little gross with how much they went into like the bug thing. Um, but I still enjoyed it quite a bit. Assassin's Creed 3, I like Assassin's Creed 3. I think it has, like, the hatchet combat is fantastic. I do like Connor as an assassin. I think Hatham playing as him in the beginning is fun. I just don't think that it narratively it stands up. But they seem to be kind of correcting that in the way they're taking what possibly could be Desmond's spirit in the newest ones. Kind of a spoiler, but if you're not an Assassin's Creed person, you probably don't care if you're not playing them anymore. And if you are, you probably already played it. So, yeah, a lot of fun. Red Dead Redemption. This one I didn't play a lot of online. I loved Red Dead Redemption. I think this is still a great game. I haven't played it in some years. I'm terrible at the in-game games in there. I've literally lost a die every single time. I've lost multiple. I don't even know if I've ever won that game. And then multiplayer stuff I didn't do. The DLC co-op, I didn't really do that. Legends of Killers Pack, not at all. Lions and Cheats Pack, no. Undead Nightmare, I liked a lot. 100% game completion, I could not do because of there was something where I might have just been lazy with it. Um, Man, I think this is on streaming on the PlayStation Plus Premium. I might go back to this if my save carries over, just to see if I can do DLC. I don't know if it has the DLC. I'll have to look into that, but Red Dead Redemption's fun. And then Saints Row the Third. Love Saints Row the Third. Nah, not love. I keep throwing love out there. Really like Saints Row the Third. A lot of fun. I played Saints Row 2 on my 360 back in the day. But yeah, played the hell out of that. Uh, Big fan. Highly recommend. Um, The Last of Us. 27 out of 50 trophies. That's okay. Yeah, I got the platinum in the base game. I mean, what can you say about Last of Us? The first one is great. The remake's coming. I think it looks really good. I just watched the Digital Foundry video that showed that it looked really good. Um, I did do Left Behind. I didn't do a lot of Left Behind. I should finish Left Behind. I should go back to Left Behind and do that, but I just feel like it's been too long. I still have my PS3, so it's possible. And then I did do a lot of multiplayer. You had to for the base game for some trophies. Yeah, build your clan. You had to do it twice basically. Um, yeah, I did like the multiplayer quite a bit. I'm not good at the game, so I did not do Grounded. So if you did, congrats, you're better than me. And then the next game is GTA 5. This is the last game I played on PS3, and I did get the platinum in GTA 5. I got to level 100 in the online. Um, yeah, I owned all that. I've recently been playing the online because it was free for PlayStation Plus people for a bit. I think that just ended. I didn't do Heist because I dipped out of the game before these were even added. These were originally supposed to be in the game like once the online launched, but then it was delayed by like a year, and by the time I was out. So let's see here. Is this when the PS4 games start? Let's see. Yeah, it looks like this is PS4. So yeah, I'll actually end this part here because we're getting close to 30 minutes. But yeah, that's my PS3 journey. Um, I feel like there are some other PS3 games here. Yeah, it looks like it's been mixed. I'll just stop here for now, just to cut this in parts. We'll just stop with GTA 5. And if you liked it,